You gotta be careful, careful.
Good morning, Grenada. Caribbean, good morning. It's the commencement of another work week. Not just it's not the commencement of the week. The week starts on Sunday. It's a commencement of another work week because most of us, if not all, no, most of you, if not all of you, commence work on Mondays. So, it's the commencement of another work week. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning, all. God bless you always. Let us pray.
Morning to Mr. Andre, morning to the nation. This morning, Lord, we thank you again for life. We thank you for health. We thank you for strength. And we thank you for the most important thing, the breath you bring unto each and every one of us to give you thanks for it. Father, peace be on this spot I bow, peace, Lord, and all that terrorism. Let the unknown peace of God, let the manner of peace abide, let the spirit now come down. Let the blessing take his place, and son of peace receive my cry, fullness, Lord, of the gospel reign. This morning, blessed Lord, I bring the country before you. Father, Grenada, Carrico, Pity, Matnik. Father, even the whole world, I bring it before you this morning, blessed Lord. You are the maker of all your children. You are the caretaker of the whole world this hour, blessed Lord. Father, look down upon your children this morning, Lord. Father, young and tender plant, I bring them before you. Father, the school children is in your hand. Father, take each and every one in charge in a time like now, Lord. You know, Satan rampant this hour, blessed Jesus, but I'm asking your Master to save them if thou be so pleased, my God and my King. Father, this morning, Lord, in a marked and special way, I bring the Prime Minister before you. I lift him up to you this hour, Lord. Father, you know him by name and by number, and you are acquainted to him. I bring all my ministers before you, both male and female. They are in your hand this hour, blessed Lord. Father, you are the maker of each and every one this hour, Lord. Father God, I bring Dr. Kid before you. I bring that son before you, and I lift him up to you. Touch him from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot. Father, I bring all those who are to win the seat before you this hour, Lord, and even all those who are to win the seat, I bring each and every one of them before you. Know them, Lord, you know them better than I do. Joy, you caught in this morning and give Grenada a peep down. You know Grenada need you more than ever this hour, Lord. Father, remember the teachers, remember the principal, remember the nurses, the doctors. Pass by the hospital, look over each and every one. Those that cannot help themselves. Remember the boat on the ocean, this hour, Lord. Father, remember the entire force. I bring it before you and I lift it up to you. Father, pass by this hour, blessed Lord. Remember the FSU. Father God, pass by every camp. You know each and every one of them. You know them better than I do. Remember each and every one of them this hour, Lord. Pass by the ocean this hour, Lord. Father, bring the boat before you this hour, Lord. Father, touch it if thou be so pleased. I bring the fishermen before you. I ask your Master to help them to have a catch. Remember them, Jesus. I bring the Coast Guard before you. Even the one what's staying in this hour, Lord. Take them in charge if thou be so pleased outside thee this hour, Lord. It's not easy, especially at time as now, Lord. Shutting Satan chain towards them this hour, blessed Jesus, my God and my King. Every village, Lord, every parish, every Christian, every corner. Remember them this morning, blessed Lord. Every church, every chapel, every minister on the gospel this hour, blessed Lord. Father God, remember Mr. Andre, I bring before you this hour, Lord. I bring that son before you and I lift it up to you. Father, pass by whom you learn unto him. Father, guide him and protect him. Remember the offspring of the body. Remember them this hour, Lord, all those who are dwelling with them. Remember them this morning. Father, take them in charge. Remember his staff I bring before you this hour, Lord. Each and every one of them, those who are traveling with both or traveling mercy for them this morning, Lord. I bring that son before you this hour, blessed Lord. Father, list by name and by number. Father, reach out and touch that son. I'm asking you, Jesus, I'm begging you, Master, to look over him. Pass by the hospital this hour, Lord. Father, you know where he lie down, Lord. Father, I'm asking you, Master, to breathe the breath unto Lisa for us, please, Jesus. Father, we begging you, Lord, to breathe the breath unto him. Father, bring life unto him. Breathe life unto him this hour, blessed Lord. Father, touch that son from the crown of his head to the sole of his foot. Father, take time with him, blessed Lord. Spin him left and spin him right. Place him in the bonding center. This hour, blessed Lord. He on the bed, this hour, Master. But Father, you know him better than I do. Father, you know him, Master. Remember him, what I bring before you. Father, is a task for our Lord every day. She running up and she running down. Give her the health and give her the strength. And all those what are running with her this hour, Lord. Remember my grandmother I bring before you. Remember my grandfather. But, oh God, the nurses are taking care of them. Father, I thank you for them. Father, I ask you to have mercy upon them. The bread basket is in your hand. Remember them in the days of mercy. Father, the doctors, Lord. Father, have mercy on them and take charge and control over each and every one. Thanking you for patience unto Lisa with the nurses and the doctors. Thanking you this morning, blessed Lord. Remember my village and my people this hour, Lord. My God and my King. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in the green pasture. He leadeth me beside still water, I restore my soul. He leadeth me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk to the valley, to the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art made thy rod and thy staff to comfort me. Thou prepare my table before me in the presence of my enemy. Thou anointest me with all my cup and it's over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life, and we shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen and amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Andre.
How are you?
Not too bad, and you?
I'm okay.
Since last week I had to ask you for is Maya Mora, the lady, I just pray from
On Tuesday mornings?
uh,
She's not available to pray for a short while, and she was supposed to organize someone, but I have not had a call from that person, so I've had to reach out to Matheson on a couple of mornings. So if you're available on Tuesday mornings and you hear the theme song being played and you don't hear anybody and you're available, then you can chime in.
Okay, thank God that she is sick.
No. She's fine, but she's just.
Like to ask you, but
you just fasting people business. You just fasting people business. You fast. Your name is Fasita.
Well, yeah, leave me for fast, but that is my job.
Yeah, I thought your name was what's your name again? Martha. Now you come Fastlin.
with the fasting up here, but she died. She died.
Yeah, so you good?
For the time, I can't complain.
Tell Daddy long time I don't hear your voice.
Look at him lie down on the bed there.
Daddy!
Hey man,
What happening?
we don't show me long by.
Hey!
Bonji, Lord of mercy. Daddy, you don't know you have to cook the donkey? Cook donkey. Well, you have to cook it in the bottom and hold it down, Daddy. Don't untwist the foot.
And are they here and I don't know that, you know.
Yeah.
Are they in the kitchen? Something I was doing and I hear in the man, but I know you're accustomed to say that. And normally he just call me and tell me, come and hold the donkey, give him for it to climb it. But he don't call me, those children they in the road there. So I say, those children must hold the donkey, give the man. I hear saying, wait. Right there. The 3 children they in the road. The man come out on the donkey and he fall. I don't hear nobody.
They don't say nothing?
No. Shame.
Silent night, holy night.
And he go in the bush.
Silent night, holy night.
When are they cooking, I hear he come. Well, I know normally when he come, he will just come in the kitchen straight to sometimes go and peep. Girl, all Papa has break up. After you get a cut, he tell me no. They don't kick him down. I say, Bonje man, you bad we. Wait till you don't hear. I say, and you still go in the bush? He say yes. Well, today, I think today making him 8 days you don't see the bush.
Well, he good. He do that. He do that. He do that. He
I had to
good.
night him.
Yeah. Stretch him. Bolimas?
No, well, I don't know when I see that.
Mm-hmm.
Saffron with little salt. And to 19 every day. Well, this man he tell me plenty better. Well, I didn't tell you nothing because I respect you that say that.
That me father, you go tell me anything, you know. You don't hide nothing. If you don't get capside him, you capside him.
And he still go. Well, I think it's too shame because he the other people there. So you want to make them feel, you know, he's strong.
No, do that.
Well, I don't know. They lie down.
I plenty better, but I will students fine.
And you buy it.
No, you can't go here to laugh still. So can't let me.
What if you see how the man come in the kitchen and meet me, I say you get a cut. He say, girl, all papa's mash up. I say, well, what do you?
What do Papa?
Papa come out only he ran over and fall, you know. Papa do easy boy.
But he's going to be alright. Come on,
yeah, he said since last night he tell me plenty better.
Yeah, he's going to be alright.
10 kilo, I do all kind of thing what I could. Yeah. And now I rubbing him with peppermint oil and soft candle. Like the long one as the dumpling.
Yeah, the white one?
Yes.
Okay.
And you get that one in tongue a little while, you know, and have it in a basin.
What you have it in the bottle with?
Just so you fold up in the paper.
Okay.
Fold up in the paper and I shove it inside a bottle with a good size mouth where you could go in and come in.
You must make a thing with rosemary and all that kind of thing to rub the man.
Yes, I used to. Well, I had a rosemary tree. And I tell you where they are, everybody's workers and company.
Oh, okay.
What's that? Now I one piece I can get this.
Ask something to fire. Ask something to play fire.
Who, me?
Yeah, listen.
Yes.
You know what? Well, Kenny, give me some donkey brass.
Andre, what? I'm going to hide some the radio for you.
Yes, okay, later.
All right.
Daddy, this one is for you, my brother. So you could let it donkey chew down that. You mad? Donkey chew down, Papa. Oh gosh. Carl Caton. Donkey capside Papa boy. You know that Papa wants to ride. Don't get capside that man. Bluetooth. Take that one. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to all the world. To all the lovely people already signed on. Carol Belford, good morning to you. Vanessa Lalji. Hi and hello to you, Pat James. What's up, girl? Errol Bonaparte, how are you? Adrian Watts. What's up, Mr. Watts? Adrian says good morning to Master Carl. Catalina Richards. The power of Real in the morning time on Real 91.9 FM, of course. www.drealfmgrenada.com. 16 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock. Alright, so that's in for that donkey song. I wonder, I ain't seen drumstick this morning, but what? See my partner call already. Let me do something, touch base with him, for a little bit this morning. Gonna touch our base with him because we have or just to let all listeners know, just give you a preempt as to what coming this morning. Special interview with the folks from Republic Bank Grenada Limited. You know that, you should know by now most of the customers of Republic Bank, and those of you who are not customers. But it is important that you know that the bank will be shutting its doors, I think, as of the 1st of October here in St. Patrick, and which is not necessarily the best thing for us, but we'll hear from the bank, their side, what's happening, what's taking place, how are they going to put structures in place so as to mitigate against the whole bank closure in St. Patrick. There's also a situation where in Guave, while they're closed in St. Patrick, they would be operating, I think it's 3 days a week in the parish of St. John. That, of course, would be a bit of a bother for a lot of people, but we're going to hear from them this morning, and we're going to know exactly what is going on there. Okay, we got 68 more days to go. So says my good friend Leonard Peters. And what I'm going to do this morning is kind of interesting because I'm going to have that thing, but I'm going to have Carl Caton for a little bit, and then I'm going to have the people from the bank round about I believe it's going to be round about 15 minutes before the 8 o'clock hour. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Good morning to my brethren. Carl Keaton, what's up?
Morning, Ted. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay.
All right. How's Union Island, Rastafari?
Union Island. How's green?
What's that?
I'm on the mainland.
You're on the mainland?
Yeah.
So that's how it's done now? Not informing our brother, well, look, Still I say son touchdown or something like that? Wow. Yeah. What? You're on the mainland, Carl?
Yeah, on the mainland.
But you could have hollered to a brother, man.
A brother phoned over the weekend.
I mean, your phone wasn't working, not me.
Well, people trying to get into and not getting. I blame it on the phone. I ain't blaming it on me.
I saw a guy put up, listen. A guy put up a post a guy put up a post. Don't know when he put it up. But it's the funniest post he put up. It is his wedding anniversary. Right, Carl?
Mm-hmm.
So he puts up the post with his wife and I think two other persons, together with the wife having her wedding dress on. So I'm assuming what he has on is what he got married in, right?
Yeah.
And he puts a note, our best days are behind us.
Really?
Yeah. Seriously. I'm like, Brethren, you didn't see what you do in my mind, yeah? But I'm saying, he's one who does play Mr. Intelligent. You understand? He is playing Mr. Intelligent. And I don't really comment on your posts. I just read them and move along. And he put, our best days are behind us. So that means trouble for the human.
Yeah.
Or trouble for him, whichever way. That was my laugh for this morning. Our best days are behind us. Anyway, Drumsticks, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
How are you, my dearest?
I'm not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
How was your weekend?
My weekend is okay.
Okay.
Talk to me.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. Carl Kitten, good morning.
Morning. How you doing?
I read from the Word of God, Psalm 41. Happy are they who consider the poor and needy. The Lord will deliver them in time of trouble. The Lord preserve them and keep them alive, so that they may be happy in the land. He does not hang them over the wheel of the enemies. The Lord sustain them on the sick bed and minister to them in the illness. This is the end of the scripture reading.
And thank you very much. Do have yourself a wonderful day, my love.
You too have a nice day.
Okay, bye-bye now. Right, good. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Carl, can I test your strength this morning?
Try.
Or your ability? I want to go call for the weather, but I want to leave you talking to the people while I go call for the weather. Can I do that?
You could.
All right, so it's all yours.
Yeah, morning, folks. It's good to be back on the main line again. And it seems like the carnival activity really hitting up. My advice is to be safe. If you intend to drive, don't drink. And if you drink, don't drive. And we always say that from time, why you always mention that that's also important. Because when the carnival is over, we want to talk to you and not about you. So it is important that you have fun, but it's important that the fun is clean fun.
Good. You did well, my brother. You did very well. I dare say you're starting the song better than me. I'm kind of like getting scared, Carl Keaton. But congratulations, you did really, really well here. But it's time for us to pause for a cause. Well, not pause, we'll just change stride a bit. And we're going to bring in the guys from the Morris Bishop International Airport for the latest weather. We're going to say good morning to none other than, what's his name? That would be Andre Charles at the Morris Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office. Good morning, Dre.
Good morning to you, and good morning to listeners of Real FM. And here's what I for today, Monday the 25th July 2022. Currently it's fair, winds are calm, barometric pressure 13.1 millibars, that's below normal and rising. Present temperature 26.6 degrees Celsius, relative humidity 83%. Yesterday's maximum temperature 30.9 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum 24.4 degrees Celsius. No rainfall was recorded over the past 24 hours. Hence, the total for the month remains at 73.5 millimeters. Now to have a look at the forecast, well for today and tonight. Today we expect to enjoy fair conditions with slight increase in cloudiness by late morning into the early afternoon, with brief isolated showers. Maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly at 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open waters. Tides will be low at 8:30 a.m. and high at 3 p.m. Sunsets today at 6:36, rises tomorrow at 5:53. Just a repeat for the forecast, well for today and tonight. Generally fair with a slight increase in cloudiness by late morning into the early afternoon, with brief isolated showers. Maximum temperature 31 degrees Celsius. I'm Andre Charles, reporting for the Met Office. Thank you.
Thank you, Andre, and have a pleasant day, my brother.
Thanks, same to you.
Great, good. It's 91.9. Carl Keaton, I'm still with you there. And let me do this. I got you back there, and then I'm going to do some things as to have me back. I think that brought me back. Yeah, I see you there, Carl. And then we have to remove this, and so we good. So you're big and I'm small. See, I keeping it real.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it real, Keaton. I'm keeping it real. You're big and I'm small. So the weekend was good, you say?
Yeah, the weekend was one. I got a lot of rest.
Oh, you got a lot of rest. Well, I can say, and I will say, same for me, Keaton. I got a fair amount of rest for the weekend. Or, well, not necessarily for the weekend. For Saturday, I got a fair amount of rest. Sunday, I was in here. So while, yes, when you're in here, you're seated, but you know the brain has to be working a mile a minute. So I was in here yesterday. Cricket, lovely cricket. We lost again, Carl Caton. We lost again. We lost again. We lost again. What are we going to do, Carl? What are we going to do?
If I hope the team is learning from those games because two things that stands out in terms of us getting to so close and not winning. One, in the first game, um, the finish, we already have uh proven finishers. We have guys on their day, they could come in and finish a game, but you cannot rely on them because mentally and tactically, they're not where they should be. Um, if you look at the game yesterday, and one must not forget that is a second string Indian team we playing. That is not India first team. But you find Patel and his guys and them were able to finish off the game. And they didn't finish the game in helter skelter. They more or less had a plan about what they're going about to finish the game. Unlike the first game, we put the pedal to the, we press the pedal down and hope that we'll get over the line. And we didn't really, when we do it in a 6-off with a dart ball. But you look at India, when they do it in a 6-off, they try to walk the ball for twos and so on. So we have to learn that pattern. Then the team, we don't have dead bowlers. We don't have bowlers who will come in at the end and have a plan of what they want to do. They'll come and bowl. If it works out, it works out. If it don't work out, so be. Unlike when West Indies batted in the first inning, the last 3 overs, the Indian bowlers, you could see they bowl with a plan. They bowl Yorkers, they bowl slower ball, they bowl slower bouncers and so on. So I think it's something, a learning process for all players. I took heart to the fact that back-to-back games we scored 300. That didn't happen to us in a long time. So there are positives to be taken away from the game, albeit we lose 2 games. But there are positives. But also you have to look at things. When the captain Puran got out was a very crucial time. And the risk, in my view, he took to get out there was not a necessary risk at the time. So all in all, we have a little things we have to learn as a team within the game because there's games within the games. There's certain period of the game when you have to try to win that next 5 overs or win that next 10 overs within the
Do you
game.
think that, and if you can speed up here, do you think, Carl, that it was the best thing to put your guy, Kyle Mayers, to bowl the last over? Or was it
But
that was the only choice?
that was the only choice at the time. I think the skipper missed a trick or two.
In
But then
calculation.
looking at the bowlers, then I won't follow the skipper too. Like Kyle Mayer seems to be one of the better bowlers in the team presently
All
because
right. The other,
the game was lost when Joseph like he melt down he had in that over in the 44 something or 46 over when they get that amount of runs from him. Although the man got him out, but it make the equation easier. You were saying something?
Nicholas Puran tried to turn himself into a bowler in Guyana, and I think he did some bowling also in Trinidad.
Yeah, and he did some bowling in Pakistan too.
Do you fancy him?
Not really. He could be one of the guys who could try something, but you see, because he's not a regular at bat bowling, most time than not he go bowl a lot of freebies. So it's a risk.
All right, so let me not take this risk all and play the Waterwise too late. It's 7:31. Let me go with the Waterwise. This is real 91.9. Stay with us, friends.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome to Waterwise, a production of the National Water and Sewage Authority, Nawasa. Thanks for joining us this morning. I am your presenter, Jamila Lewis. Today, we continue the interview with Nawasa's GM, Mr. Christopher Husbands, and Michael Archibald from Business Forum on WPG10. Today, Mr. Husbands speaks on the timeline it takes for project implementation.
You mentioned you're very concerned about the length of time these things take. What sort of time frame are we looking at?
Well, I'll give you an example. The G-Cruise project that I'm referring to, we submitted it to the Green Climate Fund in 2016.
2016?
2016. We got approval for that project in 2018. It's now 2022, and we are in procurement stage. So we still haven't laid any pipe yet. It's a 6-year project of implementation. It was interrupted from COVID, but part of it is just the whole, system of project implementation between funding agencies, implementing agencies, etc. So this project, I think it officially started in late 2020, so it has an end date of 2026. So what we conceptualized as important in 2016, some of it is not going to be completed till maybe 2023, 2024, right? So it's not for want of recognizing the deficiencies, but it is a process to project development that we just have to keep trying to push along. Because as I always tell the funding agency representatives, the reason we scope the project in the first place is because we recognize there is something that needs attention. And you still have a 6, sometimes 7-year period before you're actually going to get that attended to. So that is one of the challenges that we face, but we have to work with it. It is concessionary financing. This money is largely grant. Both of them are largely grant. There's some very small contributions that are part of it. So that type of grant funding is, of course, the longest lead time.
Well, you're involved, so you can understand it much better. And for someone who's hearing it for the first time, that term just seems extraordinary.
The UK SIF one came out of that visit by, I think it was Prime Minister Cameron. I think that one off the top of my head was 2015. He came, he pledged that money to islands in the region. We have a component of what was pledged to Grenada. We submitted that project, I think it was towards the end of 2016 also. And we're still in, this one we had some other implementation issues. We had a consultant that we had to change. So that delayed at least a year. But the bottom line again is that issue of improved supply to the south was prioritized by us since then, and we're still working to bring it to conclusion, but we're closer than we were yesterday.
Well, that's all the time we have with you this morning. On behalf of the entire team at Nawasa, I am Jamila Lewis, wishing you a wonderful day and a productive week ahead.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support's companion. Nawasa, committed
Are
to
you
meeting
interested in getting
customers'
an
needs.
affordable entertainment package that would serve your every need? Do you own a Fire Stick, Smart TV, or Android box? If the answer is yes, we have news. We can offer you a package that would cost you less than $9 per month. Yes, that's just $200 for the entire year. You would get over 9,000 live TV channels, 31,000 movies, and 4,000 TV shows for your entertainment. These channels include shows, entertainment, sports, news, movies, comedy, and lots more, including international, Caribbean, and local channels. Watch on your smart TV, phones, tablets, PC, laptop, and Fire Stick. We can also supply you with an HD Android box that would convert your TV into a smart TV. Not convinced? Then test our service now for 36 hours free. For more information, call or WhatsApp DP Marketing at 473-457-3546.
RENDEC Community Partnership Initiative, supporting education.
The project for our school is the expansion of the school feeding department and home economics department. Our previous kitchen area has been very small and sometimes it became congested. Therefore, we would like to say a heartfelt thank you to GrenLec for partnering with us in ensuring that we improve the quality of education that we provide here at Riverside Government School.
RENDEC.
Central Point. Yes, Central Point it is. We are the convenience store located at the center of Plains in St. Patrick. It is the place to get it all your needs. We offer everything from groceries to household items, footwear to hair products, pipe fittings to electrical, drinks, cooking gas, top-up, and a host of other items. So check us first before you check others, because we are the center of everything. So that means you'll be able to find anything. Come shop at Central Point and enjoy the atmosphere, which will have you returning. Oh, and I almost forgot, you can relax under the cashew tree and enjoy a drink while watching the world speed by. Central Point, at the center of it all. Call Silverly or Wabande at 456-0550, 458-9745, or 442-9307. Central Point. Do you need a temporary electrical connection for Carnival? GrenLec is providing these guidelines for applying for temporary Carnival connections. Have a licensed electrician complete application for inspection for each connection and pay inspection fee at the government treasury. Submit application to Electrical Inspectorate at the Ministerial Complex. Then apply to GrenLec for temporary connection. You will need a copy of the application for inspection that you submitted to the Electrical Inspectorate, a completed GrenLec Carnival application form available at any of our customer care centers, the Treasury inspection fee receipt, and valid ID. Pay flat fee of $230 to GrenLec. Please remember, the application deadline for temporary Carnival electrical connection is Thursday, 4th August at 3:30 p.m. Have a licensed electrician complete the wiring prior to inspection. Visit www.grenlec.com for more information and requirements for connections.
There comes a time in every household when a loved one passes on, and we all need the support and guidance of a trusted friend. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home has been your dedicated friend. And now, for your convenience and added financial ease, we introduce specially designed complete funeral packages from as low as $5,500. Same professional quality services, but now greater choices at the lowest possible prices. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. Conditions apply. Serving you from locations in St. George's, Grenville, and Carriacou. Call us at 440-2302 any time of day. Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home, continuing a tradition of excellence.
It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Our time has now moved on to 7:41 in approximately 4 minutes, 5 minutes time. Carl, we will be speaking to some officials from the Republic Bank Grenada Limited. So Carl, we would you and I would separate for a bit, my brother, and then we will come together again. Yeah, I was saying that you and I will separate for a bit, Carl, and then we'll come together again after I would have finished with the people. Yeah? Are you with me? Your device is off, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I know your device is off. I want to, in the meantime, while I send you off for a respite and probably to grab a cup of coffee or something, before I speak to CMOS, okay, before I speak to Miss McBurney and others from the Republic Bank, I can see her. She has a lovely, lovely outfit, and I bet she's going to smile when she heard me say that. Yeah, look at her. She's going to smile now. See? Beautiful smile coming up there. Yes, Miss McBurney, I can see you. Other people can't see you. I'm the only one who can see you, so don't worry about that. And you look fabulous. You look really, really nice this morning there. Right, good. Anyway, so Carl, I want you to take a look at a posting that was done by Livingston Nelson. Are you friends with him on social media?
No.
He goes under the name of Krumah Nelson. Krumah. That is how we used to call him in school. Krumah Nelson. And a very, very interesting post. As a matter of fact, I'll tell you this much. We went to school together. We don't see eye to eye when it comes to political parties in Grenada, meaning Livingston and I. But the fact that we went to school together under that same roof, Semper Navigans, the bond, the friendship will always be there. And I don't always agree with him. But that post that he made this morning, very, very, very interesting. And I want to add this for you. One of our artists in St. Patrick did something that has never been done before in Grenada. He was a semi-finalist in the Groovy, a semi-finalist in the Soca Monarch, and a semi-finalist in the Calypso semi-finals. And added to that, himself and another artist teamed up. And he was semi-finalist again in one of the same three. So he had 4 bites of the cherry, Carl. And guess what? He didn't even make it to 1. That's interesting. He did not even make it to 1. So I want to put him on standby. Probably I'd have a 5 minutes for him this morning. I know he's listening. Top Cat, you're on standby to receive a call from us here at Real FM. Carl, I'm going to talk to you in a minute, and you're going to know when to sign back in, okay? Well, he gone. Okay, he's gone now. Right, good. So, as I said to you, friends, going to be linking with officials from the bank this morning. I'm supposed to have 2. I'm only seeing 1. So we only having 1. Okay, so we're not having, I've just been, see how and they say sign language ain't good. Sign language is the best thing, you know. Yeah, Miss McBurney, good morning to you. Anyway, you know what? I think we should start because the time is now 15 minutes and that is before the 8 o'clock hour. So let us say good morning to you, Miss McBurney. How you doing this morning, my dear?
Good morning, Andre. I'm doing fine. It's great to be here.
Well,
Pleasant morning to your listeners and viewers.
Yeah, well, nice outfit, nice kind of pink and woo, what necklace looking, hot smile, burning. As the young people say these days, Miss McBurney, you're wet. You're outside like wet clothes. That's a new thing. That's a new thing. You're wet this morning. I thought we were supposed to have two of you this morning, but
No,
unfortunately,
it's only one. It was always one from the beginning.
oh, because I received an email for Mr. Godard also.
I see. She was the
Yeah.
coordinator, but I'm the one
Oh,
representing.
so you're the one, and yeah, okay. So it was always one person. I thought it was two.
No.
Nonetheless, it's nice having you. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to you're virtually in the studios of Real FM, and welcome. Nice to have you. Where are you from, Miss McBurney?
I am from Grenville originally, but I live in St. David now.
Oh, you're from Grenville. Justin Crow McBurney?
No relation.
No relation, but I can say he's one of the persons that I know is most I want to put it here. He perseveres in everything he does. He goes flat out. So that must be a McBurney trait, because you look like one that you go flat out with everything also.
That's right. Perseverance and consistency are my mantra.
Well, there you go. So I guess you guys may be related and you don't know. You need to check mommy. Check mommy and find out. Anyway, let's get down to brass tacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it has to do, McBurney, with Republic Bank Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
Republic Bank that has served us extraordinary in the past years. However, and speaking from a St. Patrick point of view, and also from a point of view of Western side, because our conversation is going to influence St. Patrick and the Western side of the island. We've received notice that the bank would be closing its branch in Soteres and reducing operational days at the Grove Bank or the Grove branch. Sade, what can you tell us? What happened?
All right, let me start by saying this, Andre. At Republic Bank, we've been serving Grenadians for over 40 years. Mm-hmm. As the bank with the largest asset base in Grenada, we have a wide network of ATMs and the largest branch footprint, 8 to be exact. Now, when we look at the island and the 133 square miles in which we operate, along with the digital trends that are changing the way we do business, not just in the banking industry, we had to ask ourselves the hard question: are we serving our customers as efficiently as possible? And what we found is that with the greater use of technology and more customers working outside of their home parishes, there isn't a consistently high demand for in-branch banking in certain locations. That's a stark reality. You see, customers want to be able to do their business at the touch of their fingertips, wherever they are, and not have to come into a branch and stand in a line. What we also found is that most common transactions can actually be done at the ATM or online. And so, yes, from October 1st, 2022, our Soteres branch will be closed, and our operational days at Wharf branch will be reduced from 5 days to 3 days. However, rest assured, our ATM is going to remain in Soteres for customers to use. And for transactions that cannot be facilitated at the ATM or online, we encourage our customers to use our other branches. The closest in proximity, we have Grenville and we have Guelph. So in essence, this was a carefully considered, well thought out and informed decision based on our assessment of our branches were being used, the changing needs of our customers, and the trends informing the future of banking.
I can't. It's difficult because I'm in St. Patrick and I feel it and one of the first questions that would just pop up in my mind is does the bank take into consideration that I am down the street from the bank and I just give somebody a check and says, hey, put this, the account number is written on this check. Just deposit that check in Republic as you go by there for me, please. And I can't do that again.
Yes, you can use our ATM to do deposits and to do withdrawals.
Yeah, but
remember our ATM is remaining in Sotiers. We are not moving away the ATM. The ATM is still there. And you can also do your transaction online. Remember that. You can go ahead.
But can I deposit? I have a check in my office. I can't deposit that check online, can I?
You can transfer from your account to the person who you want to pay. You don't need to write a check to them. You just go online.
No, me receiving a check and wanted to deposit that check into my account, then I'll have to go to the ATM. But whereby your bank would be looking at best ways, of course, of serving all customers. But then the question begs to be asked. I'm still standing in line when I go to the ATM. As a matter of fact, the line may be larger now.
Well, that may be true. And remember, I said that we have 2 branches in close proximity. We have Grenville, so we try to, the demand for in-branch banking from our assessment has really declined. And yes, you have customers who will still want to come into the branch to do their banking, and we offer them the closest branch, which is Sotiers, which is Grenville, sorry.
Yeah. So can you speak to us about the changes that these upcoming changes and how they would play into the bank's overall plans for development?
So the future of banking is becoming more and more digital and more exciting. And we have made significant investments in technology to bring improved security and added convenience to our customers. In fact, through our conversion that took place earlier this year, our customers at Halifax Street and Grandance branches are already enjoying some of these benefits. And I can tell you some of them. You can remain at the comfort of your home or office. And using online banking, you can send money to other banks locally and in the Eastern Caribbean. And another exciting benefit is the cardless cash feature, which you can use to send money to someone or even yourself through the ATM without the use of a card.
Cardless cash. That's how you call it?
That's right, cardless cash.
But then the question, go ahead.
Yes, I was just going to give a little insight into cardless cash. It is a fantastic new feature. Mm-hmm. So let's say, for example, your teen went hanging out with his friends, but forgot to take money for the movies, or you yourself, you made an order and you wanted to pay someone, but you didn't have time, drop that off. You simply go to your online banking and using the cardless cash feature, you send a code to that person's phone and he or she go to the ATM, enter that code and withdraw the cash. No ATM, no debit card needed. All that is required is a code. Andre, you yourself may forget your wallet at home for whatever reason. And once you have your phone and your mobile app, you are good to go. You just send that code to yourself. You go to the ATM, you punch in that code. No card needed. That's why we call it cardless cash.
So you said that this is available at Halifax Street and Grandance, correct?
That's correct.
What about here in States? What about Gove? What about St. Andrew?
Yes, I know. We know that customers from our original branches, which we refer to as legacy branches, have been patiently awaiting these exciting upgrades. And we assure them that they have not been forgotten. Your turn is coming soon. What I want to emphasize here, though, is that customers are to ensure that their contact information is updated. And by that, I mean your phone numbers, your email addresses, your mailing addresses, so that when the time comes, they will be among the first to know. Because mobile numbers and email addresses are the main methods that the bank will be using to communicate with our valued customers. And we want to keep that line of communication intact. So it's very important that customers update their contact information.
Then I can dwell on this, Miss McBurney, and I can say to you that my big sister, because mom is gone, but my big sister, if you're gonna do something like that, you cut out of banking. She would have to pay the bus and go to Grenville every time she needs to do a transaction, because by golly, she has a phone, yes, but she ain't got no email address and all them kind of fancy things when it comes to modern technology, and she's never going to get into that. So it means that she would have to go to Guelph, or she would have to go to St. Andrew. The question then is, did the bank consider these people?
The bank did, and that's why we are saying that we left an ATM. We are going to leave our ATM in Sotir so that you can use your ATM card to do your cash withdrawal. Because in our assessment, we realize that the majority of the transactions that are being performed at the branch can actually be done via the ATM.
And this one, why am I charged if your ATM isn't working and I want to access my account in another ATM? Why am I being charged for that? And it's not my problem that your ATM is not working. It's your problem.
Repeat that question. Why you have to be charged when you use your card in another bank's ATM? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. If your ATM in Sateers, for instance, is not working for whatever reason, I turn up and it's not working, and I have to go to another bank somewhere, or maybe a credit union that has an ATM, and yes, it can be used there, but I have to pay. Shouldn't it be the bank paying for that and not me?
Well, you have a point. The charges, however, are the other bank's charges are not ours. And depending on the situation, the customer can come into the bank when we are open and explain the situation. We are all about customer service, right? So we're not going to say.
So you're saying in essence, are you saying I'm getting a refund? Tell me yes.
No, I did not say that. We are going to assess it on a case by case basis.
Okay, and I may get a refund.
Possibility. We are not guaranteeing you anything there, but it all depends. We're not making any promise. Don't quote me on this one.
Persistent McBurney. I like that. All right, let's talk about Guelph. And some persons are wondering, or are going to be wondering, why 3 days a week? Why did you have to cut it?
Well, unlike customers in Sotiers who have the option of the Grenville branch, which is just about 20 minutes away, the distance from Guelph to the nearest other branch is much further. So as the only bank in this location on the West Coast, the restructured days allows for us to continue delivering service to the community and maintain sustainable operations. Yeah, so like Sotiers, the restructured days will also take effect from October 1st, but we consider the distance and the location of the branch, and we decided, let us have 3 operating days at Guelph. All about customer service.
Okay, still sticking with customer service, and you're doing that right now, Ms. McBurney. But tell us, what else has the bank been doing in relation to communicating these changes to the many customers in Guelph, the many customers in St. Mark, the many customers here in St. Patrick? And there would have also been custom, because there's some parts, like for instance, if someone is living in Tivoli, while yes, most people in Tivoli will go to St. Andrew to conduct business on a business day, but it could be at some point in time that person is closer to Sotiers. so they could have come into the branch and conducted their business. The bank taking all that into consideration, and how have they been spreading that message?
Yes, yes, Andrew, we took all of that into consideration. The bank notified customers at both Satiers and Guelph, and via this platform, all customers will now be notified. But our priority was Satiers and Guelph, and we notified them via official letter. So where customers had email addresses, we also notified them via email. Additionally, we have been reaching out to customers via telephone calls, and the process is ongoing. The good news is that all of this was taking place behind the scenes before the public notification on our website and social media platforms, because we wanted our customers to be the first to know and to know as early as possible. So they were informed before we went social media, and the process continues.
What happens Monday? Monday's a holiday, and Monday's a banking day in Guelph. So that means I'm cut to 2 days, or are you going to use another day to make up for that day that I lost?
That is correct. We will ensure that's our commitment to the people of Guelph. We will ensure that we maintain 3 operating days at the Guelph branch. So we are going to enter into the Carnival holidays in a few weeks. We know that Carnival Monday and Tuesday are annual public holidays. So that week, the branch will open Wednesday through Friday. In a normal week, we will open Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays. But whenever there is a public holiday, that will be taken into consideration to ensure we maintain 3 operating days at all times.
Have you now gone into ATM drive? That what I mean by that, getting people to sign up for ATM cards and people to sign up for online banking. Have you gone into that right now, especially in these areas that will be affected by your bank's action by October?
Certainly we have, and we encourage customers at this point in time to visit the branch, sign up for the card, sign up for online banking. It is a quick and easy process. And some customers who may feel unsure or uncomfortable, don't worry. Our competent staff will walk you through the process and answer any questions you may have. I want to call it easy peasy.
Okay, I hear you here, but while I'm concerned for us as customers, I am also very concerned about the staff that I got to know so very dearly at the bank, and now I'm wondering about job security for them. There's from the cleaner to the security to the teller to the manager or supervisor, whatever you call it in the bank. I'm concerned about these people. What's up here?
Well, our staff at Satiers will be reassigned to our Grenville branch. For our staff at Guelph, when they are not at the branch, they will provide support at other branches. So in other words, our staff members are not going anywhere. They
security?
Security, security. That's
no,
right.
I'm talking about the security officers who opens the door for me, who closes the door behind me, who's there to make sure that I'm comfortable in the bank. Are you taking care of them also?
Well, the security company will have to answer that question, what they are going to do with their security officers.
Okay. Now, here's another question. There may be people on the western side who may still come this way and go to Grenville. That's based on where they are. It might be easier for them to come and go to Grenville based on the day of the week that they're available to do business.
Mm-hmm.
People from St. Patrick definitely going into St. Andrew to do business. It means that the population going into the bank will be greater. A lot of times we step into the bank and we see one teller. Are you guys going to fix this so that we'll have at least a couple more tellers dealing with us and not just one teller there and he's saying, well, God bless me, when am I going to come out of here? because the population that you're dealing with will be greater. That's one. So are you going to increase the amount of tellers available? And two, what about your operational hours? No, I can leave here at 2 o'clock and run across to the bank. However, if at 2 o'clock I remember that I have to do something in the bank, getting to Grenville could be a challenge in half an hour. Maybe I might make it in 15 minutes, but it'll take me another 15, 20 minutes to find a park. Operational hours, are they going to be increased?
No, Andre. It will still be 8 o'clock to 2 o'clock. We encourage our customers to do advanced planning. That's where planning comes in really, really good. And always emphasizing our online banking. We want customers to make greater use of that. So sign up to get your online banking, sign up to get your ATM card so you have service 24/7. That's the encouragement today.
Well,
and we commit to ensuring our branch is adequately staffed to serve our customers' needs.
Well, I understand and I appreciate online banking. It is not like coming into the bank, not just to see your pretty face, Miss McBurney, but it's not like coming to the bank and having that personal touch. And I understand, but it's like, wow, online banking. It is a culture that the bank will have to spend quite a lot of time on. Do you agree?
I agree. That's why we're starting on, and that's why we're using forums like this to get the message out. Something I also want to add is our mobile loan officers, because you did indicate about the hours and extending the hours. We have, actually from next month, August, we will be having what we refer to as mobile loan officers.
Explain that.
All right. So mobile loan officers will be available to customers in our St. Patrick, St. Mark, St. Andrew, and the what's the other one? St. John area.
St. Mark, St. John, St. Patrick, right? Those three.
That's, and the St. David, sorry. I didn't indicate
okay.
St. David.
St. David. Okay, yeah.
Right. So what happens is if a customer has a loan need, they can call these mobile loan officers and they will indicate what their loan need is, and that loan officer will go directly to them. There is no need to come into a branch to visit a loans officer. The loan officer will come to them. The contact numbers, their email addresses will be made available, and the customers will have that convenience come August 2022. And we will give some.
Most places in Grenada have concrete roads, but there's some no concrete road. Are you sure that these officers are willing to trek through the bushes a bit to meet me?
That is our commitment to our customers. That is our commitment. We have made that commitment and we stand by it.
Okay, good. There is something that it doesn't have to do anything to do with the whole changing of your banking hours and your availability or your visibility in places. And it is something I've been dying to ask someone who works in a bank. I know of only one, I'm not saying that they don't have others, but I know of only one petrol station, the Burns Point petrol station, where I can turn up and use my card to pay for fuel. I did ask one of the proprietors who run a petrol station, hey, when are you going to be accepting cards? And the answer to me was, maybe it will never happen, Andre. So I'm like, well, come on, this is the way the world is moving. How come, you're not going to be accepting cards? And the person mentions, I'm not too sure that you're able to comment on it. You may not be able to because of where, but I have you and I'm going to ask it. The person mentioned something to do with a 3.5% that they have to pay. Do you know what that is?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. So I guess I would have to again, or probably what you can do, find out what is that 3.5% and send me an email so I probably can discuss with my listeners. Well, this is why this is never going to happen. based on, because it's not a, it seems to be an issue where the proprietor is having to pay a charge for the usage of me using my card. I don't know. Let's not even get into it because it doesn't look like you don't know about it, and probably I'm not explaining it best, but I know it has to. The person said, "Oh, that 3.5%." And I remember also asking Kenny Lal Singh, "What is that?" And he said, "Oh yeah, that's a 3.5% charge that the bank charges." And many customers are not really and truly wanting to get into that at the petrol pump. So, but do a bit of research, and probably you can send that information back to me so I can sort thing, because it seems to be a thing not just with not just your bank, but banks totally. Here is someone. I just read what they're saying here online. It says the operational hours of banking must improve and extended, which would improve the economic activities in Grenada. I don't. I'm just reading that there. I don't necessarily. Yes, I would like banks to close. You guys used to close at 3:00, right?
Years ago.
That was only Hurricane Ivan that caused that. The ball is years ago, Miss McBunny. Hurricane Ivan. That was Hurricane Ivan that caused that. I know if a hurricane could come back and bring it back to where it was. It's like the hurricane pushed it off. All right. Okay, I don't see any more comments of interest here, except one person saying the banks are doing this to increase their profits. Well, who does not want to increase profits? I put it that way. I mean, it probably may be a cold statement to make, but everybody is in business to maximize profits and provide good service, one, and most importantly, which is what you're doing, and to make money. Nobody's in business not to make money. It look like I get a walk at the bank. I start speaking for the bank now. Now, as you speak to your customers this morning, Miss McBurney, and wanting to leave something with them, wanting them to grasp onto something, what are you going to say to them at this particular point in time? What are you going to say to your customers?
Republic Bank remains committed to supporting all our customers, and particularly those of Soteas and Guelph through this transition. We again pledge our commitment to providing for your banking needs. We want to emphasize that. And so we encourage our customers to upgrade to the available technology, which will make doing your business safe, secure, and convenient. Now, if you're still standing in line to deposit your salary, encourage your employer to send it to us electronically. We will take care of the rest. Worse yet, if you're still running around at the end of the month and standing in long lines to pay your utility bills, surely you can make better use of your time by doing it online. So as we seek to create that digital transformation experience for all our customers, we encourage you, get on board with us. And of course, if you have any questions, please reach out to us, 444-2265, or WhatsApp us at 405-6183. You can also send us a direct message on our Facebook or Twitter pages. So while ultimately the way we engage with our customers may inevitably change, what has not changed, and I want to emphasize this, what has not changed is our dedication to serving our customers across all walks of life, be it the small family looking to plan their roots, the entrepreneur working to pursue his or her dream, or the established business looking to expand. Republic Bank is the one for you.
Is that it? You need to give me a job, Magodi. I could provide that. That's what you need need to talk to your people to give me a job at the bank, right? But here is this. Before you run off, somebody saying, yes, Andre, all credit cards used in any business to purchase anything is charge a percentage to the business owner. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So could that be the 3.5% that the person is speaking about, that they are not willing to get into at the petrol pump?
Probably. I'm not sure. I can't speak with certainty where that is concerned. Probably.
Probably. Hey, will there ever be a situation or made come to the forefront that the bank realizing that, hey, this is probably a bit too much and it's causing people to use their card less, so it might mean a good thing to drop that percentage maybe from 3.5 to 1.5 or something like that, which would encourage people to do exactly what you're saying, to have the cards of the ability to use the cards available at more business places?
Probably.
Persistent. I like that. Persistence. Well, Ms.
That's correct.
Persistent, yeah. Ms. McBurney, I thank you so very much for talking to us this morning. And I do hope that persons are in a better space as it relates to, one, understanding that the bank does care. It is not a situation that the bank does not care about its customers, but the bank has to move with the time. If you expect development and better service from your bank, there may be situations like these that the banks will have to, I don't want to use the word chop, but they may have to readjust things so as to serve you better. Is that correct? Finally.
That is very correct. Readjusting, and we are encouraging our customers to come on board with us on this digital transformation journey that we're embarking on.
All right, take care of yourself, Ms. McGuinn. It was nice having you this morning. Keep that smile in your face, and if you're gonna wear that top every day to work, wear it every day. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you, Andre. Thank you for having me.
All right, then, great. Have a wonderful day now. Bye bye.
Thank you. Same to you.
Okay, great. It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Well, speaking there to Ms. Marvis McBurney of the Republic Bank Grenada Limited, and we're having that conversation as it relates to the closure of the Sates branch of Republic Bank, which would occur in October of 2022, the 1st of October. They'll no longer be providing in-person services here. You will still have the ATM and be able to conduct as much business as you possibly can at the ATM. And Gov will have 3 days of banking per week. And those are some of the challenges that we'll be having to deal with as citizens of Grenada. And let's hope that we are able to survive these challenges. We have a call, but before we take that call, I will have to take a commercial break at this particular point in time. So before we take that call, I am going to take a commercial break, and that commercial break will bring us back to our good friend Carl Caton, who is right on the ball there to link with us. So do stay with us, friend. This is Real 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com.
Limited, Hope St. Andrew and Dusty Highway St. George. Shop conveniently for all your building materials, including plumbing, electrical, lumber, cement, steel, and much more. We manufacture roofing sheets available in 11 colors, aluminum windows, doors, insect screens, and hurricane shutters. Installation services are available for all our manufactured products. Our opening hours are Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. M&N Hardware Limited. Come on in and experience our affordable prices. or call us 444-6757 or 440-6757 Dusty Highway. Email us at info@mahonhardware.com or mnmdusty@mahonhardware.com. M&M Hardware, foundation to roof. Let's build together.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents, soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low? For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most. Your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
Hey, I know a store where you can get almost everything English. Things like quality cell phones with all accessories, various sizes of Bluetooth speakers for every occasion, clothing for men, women, and children of the highest quality, colognes, watches, and custom jewelry at the best prices in the nation. You can also shop for the best in baby items like disposable diapers of different brands and sizes. We have computers, fridges, microwaves, cookers, and washing machines. Also in stock are blood pressure machines and batteries for watches and more. Every deal is a steal. Visit Little England right here in the Quasi in Sutez. Call us today at 458-4111. That's 458-4111.
Yo! This girl have a nut for all my nuts, you know. Little bucket can satisfy. Here's the big thing to bring a joy. This man want all my nuts. All my nuts. She want all my nuts. All my nuts. This woman want all my nuts. All my nuts. She want all my nuts. All my nuts. From since she was in from tree, she begging everybody for all my nuts. For all my nuts. Now she turn a lady, it's like she get more greedy for all my nuts. For all my nuts. Them other nuts just give her allergic reaction. But all my nuts just give her total satisfaction. Go in the supermarket, but she could not find it, so she going down by the river to burn a man. This woman want all my nuts. All my nuts. She want all my nuts. All my nuts. This woman want all my nuts. All my nuts. She want all my nuts. All my nuts. She allergic to peanuts. She allergic to cashew. She allergic to peanuts. She allergic to cashew. She allergic to peanuts. She allergic to cashew. She allergic to peanuts. She allergic to. Where you think the woman like? All my nuts. All my nuts. This woman like all my nuts. All my nuts. She like all my nuts. All my nuts. This woman like all my nuts. All my nuts.
I am just loving that song. And well, I thought my good friend Keaton was around, like he deserted me by. Yeah, I thought that was his favorite song, so I played the song thinking that Keaton would like the song, but like Keaton didn't like the song. Keaton just gone, just disappear in Rastafari. Um, anyway, I'm back, and we have a caller. Morning,
Morning, Mr. Andre.
Mr. Bridgman. Good morning.
And good morning to Grenada.
Yes, sir.
I want to congratulate you for this interview that you held with this lady from the bank. Very well. I think you was on top target with her. A lot of pertinent questions were asked. But I personally have not got any notification from the bank yet.
Well, you get this one now. That's all I can say. That's just me speaking, yeah?
Yes, I got your one. But I thought I would have got something official from the bank. And secondly, with all these changes that the bank is making, they will be saving back some money. Why do not the bank consider giving those of us who have a $2 in the bank a little more on our loan or on our deposit that we have in the bank?
That's a pretty decent question. That's a pretty decent question.
I think consideration should be given for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I mean, we know that a lot of things changing in banking, and we have to keep abreast with it. While I'm not so much okay with the computer and with the phone, the smartphones on them, but I think our customers need to be treated better. I'm not satisfied that the bank gives enough back. You take out a loan, you have to pay so much percent on it. But when you put your money there, it's like it's sleepless, and nobody remembers it. I think that should be looked into. But we have to live with the changes. I mean, we talk about it, we wouldn't be able to really remedy it. We have to live with the changes. But customers must be taken. And I think it will be. As for GOV, it may not be so bad because you have 3 days still to operate. But for Sotez, I think it will be a little bit of a blow. It really inconvenient people. That's for Sotez. The transport, when you take a bus from Sotez to go to Grenville, it's snail speed. So to go and do business takes a lot of time. The buses definitely leave Sotez at snail speed. And after some hours, you catch hell to get bus going back Sotez way, or when you reach back Sotez to get a bus going on and you go outside. So a lot of consideration has to be taken when these things are done, because it really slow down the movement of people. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me join my good bro. Where is he at? Oh, he's back? Oh, my jeez, you me. Big guy, what's up? You back?
Yeah, man.
What?
I'm back.
Yeah. You disappeared?
Really?
What? Yeah, you disappeared.
You had a decent interview. Albeit some of the answers given to the rationale or the case they try to make out about not being insulted and cutting back on the days in God. I don't totally agree with that at all, because at the end of the day, it's in whose interest that those cutbacks are not in the customer's interest. And to say persons has to get up to speed is, to me, I don't know. It's not really the interest of the customer. For me, that's the bottom line now I take away from that interview.
I can only listen. I cannot.
I know.
It is not. Hold on. Let me say this. I cannot have an interview with someone, and when I finish the interview, turn around and say things that can be looked at as me criticizing the person or the organization that the person represents. You, of course, you're a free person and you can speak too, but I cannot speak because, of course, I have to take that principled position. I hope you'd understand, and I hope
Okay.
persons who
I
are
agree with you.
listening would understand.
I agree with you. You can have conflict of interest there. But that was my takeaway from it. It's not a matter of condemning or that's my takeaway. Because it is a added stress and burden on the customer if you're living in a particular area to get to another area. Although some of the things could be done at the ATM, but some people are more prepared to be hands-on. And there are times even to get the card there'll be a challenge to some people too. So all in all, I understand the rationale of the bank, but not that I agree with every rationale given. That I would say. It's not about bashing them for XYZ, but it's just about paying 10 my 2 pence.
No,
Let's
you gone
go.
off on that. No. I'm not gonna answer that. I'm gonna answer in the way I usually answer for this because I did not speak about anybody bashing anybody. I'm just saying that coming from an interview with an entity or a person representing an entity, I will not do some go and criticize. To criticize somebody does not necessarily mean that you're bashing them, you know. Bashing is a colloquial word that people use, and sometimes it's used out of place. I don't bash. Real FM doesn't bash anybody. We'll criticize somebody. Do you bash people, Carl? I
No,
doubt it. I
no.
doubt it.
And based on recent happenings, I could speak for me and I sought to make it clear that is not my intention so to do. I was just clear in the air. I don't want to be extraordinary.
Someone say I look rather groomed and asked me if I'm going to the altar. What do you think my answer? What do you think my answer was?
I don't know. I'm not God Junior. I'm not Little Jesus. I don't know. I would really like to hear that answer. I would really like to hear that answer.
My answer was yeah.
Okay.
One word. One word. Ain't no big thing here.
If you groom to get to the altar, get to the altar. That's what this altar is for.
I'm gone past that already. Yeah. Hear this one. C-Tech accept cards in Grand Anne. Somebody wanted to get in and to have a little plug for C-Tech. Well, I hope C-Tech remember to plug us with an advert in the north. C-Tech accepts cards in Grand Anne's. Yeah, good morning to C-Tech in Grand Anne's. The only gas station well, petrol station I know doing the card thingy is Burns Point service station, and it is run by somebody from St. Patrick. What do you expect?
By a patrician?
Of course, Patrician provides all the time. Hey, Carl Caton. Well, Top Cat dead.
Why?
Nothing. Top Cat not in finals in anything. Top Cat dead. That cat well dead. TC?
That cat use out his 7 lives?
Yeah, that cat dead. We got a caller. Good morning.
Morning, Andrew Donald.
Yes, sir. I'm good.
Morning, Carl Keaton. Long time out of touch base with you guys. I'm sitting behind the scene. I'm just doing more listening. I just spoke to the human from Republic Bank. Is there, I don't know, is there a camera in the Republic Bank in Sutters, Andrew Donald? A camera inside the bank? You know if there is a camera there?
I don't know. You can come and find out today. They're open.
Okay. What I'm saying, there is one in Grenville. What I'm saying, I have a problem with that because when if you go inside there, and you go inside there with a hot, They're telling you how to remove your hat. If you go inside there with sunglasses, they're telling you how to remove your sunglasses because the camera have to come on you. I find that totally disrespect because they already have your ID showing who you are. Because when you go to make a withdrawal or when you go to deposit something, you already have your ID. So why they really want to why they want you to remove your hat and your sunglasses? I have a senior citizen. Once she went to make a little deposit there, and they told her she had to remove her hat because she just had eye surgery done, and the guy who done the eye surgery there told her she never removed her hat over her head. The hat all the time have to be over her eye because anytime sun take or whether even air, it could have a impact on the eyes. So and they had a problem with she had problem with them inside the bank there. She tell them no. Well, look, why is the problem? She cannot remove her hat, and they didn't give her no service. She just got a little upset and she walked away. But what I'm saying, I find that totally disrespect to tell people to take out their hat. So if a Muslim woman come there from Saudi Arabia or Iran, would they tell them to remove the headgear? I find that it's totally disrespect, Andrew Donald. I will leave that there, Andrew Donald. You have a nice day, and call Kate. No one love.
Good. Carl Livingston Nelson.
Holy article.
Did you check it out?
Yeah, I browsed through.
And?
Well,
it sounds like if I have to pull information out of you this morning.
No.
Oh, okay.
I read the article, but after reading the article, it brought me to the point that it seems to me, and that's my view here now, and I wasn't afraid to give my view. If Mr. Nelson wants to get the post the present person have, just ask for it. But trying to demonize the whole thing, because one, Mr. Nelson has been one of the persons in recent times who have been clamoring for change. Now the thing change, you having a problem with. Because he was the one calling for change in every other thing. Now the thing change, you're making talk about it. And that's my view here. Now, if you feel you could run the thing better than the present person, pick up the phone and call the powers that be and tell them, that man no making sense, give me the thing to run. And when you ask those questions, the persons tend to say you want to bring who down or trying to undermine, not all undermine it. And the judge's decision is final. However, you single out one person that didn't make it. You vary it. You say, okay, the judge's decision is final, and you usually don't comment. But you single out one person, you can name a person that don't make it. And when you hear the song the person sing, if you just take it and listen to the song the person sing. The song the person sing or the narrative of the song the person sing is about the leader of the opposition. So and you single out only him, so only him, and because the crowd make noise. The crowd like what he's saying, and so that was the thing. So I don't want to think. I just feel if you want the workers,
Carl, hold on. When you go into these little things that was the thing, and I don't want to think. I'm struggling to understand what you're saying.
Okay. When I read the article, my takeaway is if the author of the article believes in what is written that the carnival is dying because of the changes made, ask for him to take over that position to bring it back alive, to resuscitate the carnival. And as it relates to the fact that we all say the judge's decision is final, but however, we have our opinion, or we hold to our opinion, and to single out one individual that you feel the judge's thing, and the narrative of the song of the individual, that is the crux of the matter. So
what is the narrative of the song of that particular individual? Because it seemed that you would have heard it.
I won't go through that.
No, no. Well, if you speak, you're the one who has spoken to the narrative of the song. So I'm asking you, what is the narrative of the song? Because it seemed that you have heard the song. I have not heard it.
Not in hear the whole song, just part of the song.
What does the song
So
speak to then?
something with some guy who I didn't really go through the whole thing because the one when the tent and them was on, I used to think when the person came, I didn't really listen to the whole song, but I remember the name of the person. So to be fair to all it, let me listen to the song and then we'll comment on it the next time.
Makes me want to listen to the song now.
Well, I want you to listen to the song. You need to listen to the song.
Yeah, but I don't have a copy of it.
We go listen the whole song.
You, me, not we. You listen it, I will listen it. I'm not gonna sit down and listen it with you.
Okay.
I want to form my own opinions, and if I sit down with you, then we will talk about no. I'm gonna sit down and listen, and you sit and listen. If I can find a copy, of it, I'm gonna look into what is the Calypso folder for 2022, and let me see if we have songs by that individual. No, because it's Pecos he's speaking about, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we don't have any music by him.
Well, usually they'll be on the semi-final and they'll be on YouTube, so we could.
No, it was a pay-per-view something, you know. So it will be it may be a couple of days before it ends up on YouTube and Facebook and so on. It was a pay-per-view something. And between me and you, I'm trying to understand. And this has been something that I've been trying to understand for years. When you have pay-per-view, Carl, how are you expecting to bring people to the show? And it is something also that the Grenada Football Association does. They put their games, their big games, they put it on Facebook, and yet still they expect Carl Caton to leave River Sally and go to Satiers or go to Fur recreational ground at Fur and view a game when Carl could sit and watch the game at home. I kind of not understanding how they're thinking. Can you help me here?
Yeah. But they don't, you see, my view here now, we always thinking of talking about what we want to do it for the patrons. But it is done for special interest. And the ordinary man, it'll make it difficult for the ordinary man to access those things that they want to. And that happens with West Indies cricket too. You do this thing with YouTube and all this kind of thing, and then still you expect people to go and pay and sit down in the stands. It doesn't work like that. Because pay-per-view and those others, you feel you're making your money by paying for view, so you don't care. If people come, they come. If they don't come, they don't come. So the whole thing about the whole thing about carnival and the culture and so on, is objective in terms of how some people look at it. And I still warn or I still caution against, because it seems like we cannot get away from color in Grenada. So, well, party, if you feel somebody is aligned to a particular party and they have a particular position, it's like everything they do wrong. And if it's on the shoe is on the other, everything they do right. We have to stop that. Because
someone just sent a very interesting comment to me, Carl.
Yeah.
And that person is saying, when you do these things and you have this online, every activity it's online. What you're doing in essence is that you killing economic activities in the area, because less people will come out, which means less vending taking place and less money circulating. So it's like all the money going in Jackass pocket. And they're saying that you are right. Online activities and the overheads are less, so they make their money. So again, it goes back to
The more,
following the money, because you're not
yeah,
even printing. You don't even have to print tickets for online. So follow the
following the
money.
money and special interest because you generally that mean you're targeting a particular setup. You don't targeting the ordinary man.
Interesting.
Because the cost of
Very, very.
pay-per-view doesn't be cheaping.
Oh well, I would want to believe that. Yeah, it's probably not cheap. And I'm not saying don't carry it on television. And Carl, here's my take, and that has been my take on these things all the time. Pay-per-view, we do not have a population, Carl, that go to these shows and have another population that stays. If the younger population get a chance to view this thing on a television and they can stay in a shop and drink their beer and drink their rum and have fun, Carl, they ain't going. And these things are designed for them, and they still ain't going. So my thing has always been, these events, you bring them 2 or 3 days later.
Yeah.
First thing you do is that you allow no videotaping that is not recognized in there.
Yeah.
So a person cannot even use his or her phone, because if you use your phone to do it, you could be escorted outside, and let people know that up front. If you are caught using your phone, so you're caught trying to go live, you're not. You're escorted outside, and the pay-per-view will come 2 or 3 days later. You want to put it on social media and everything 2-3 days later, fine, by all means. But you cannot.
Or I could sell it virtual reality. If it's out money and out making money, you could sell it virtual reality to encourage persons to whet their appetite to come the next time.
Something like that. But really and truly, we do not have that kind of a population to encourage these platforms. These platforms were never really meant for populations as small as Grenada, because when you look at it, Carl, for Soca Monarch, look at it here. Let's take Soca Monarch. For Soca Monarch to make the monies that it is supposed to make, or even come close, you have to get a population of about 7,000 people at the National Stadium. You have to get that. To get that kind of monies that you're looking for. And if you're going to have this thing pay-per-view, well, who going? Nobody going. Nobody really care about it. But anyway, let's forget about them and that. Carl, we've had a very interesting past couple of days. Lyndon Victor, he placed 5th in the decathlon.
He gave a good account of himself. He had a lot of PBs, and that what I look at, a lot of PBs, personal best, which is an improvement. Scoring over 4,000 points is an improvement. So although he didn't medal Andre, but he did justice to being there. And we must treat him in the same way, or herald him in the same way that we herald Anderson Peters and Kirani James.
Kirani James, silver medal.
The whole set at Olympics, the whole set at World Championship. Gold, silver, and bronze. That is an achievement, Drew. So when we speaking about athletics in general worldwide, and we're speaking about the 400 meters, Kirani name must be mentioned. Because you had a full set of medals at Olympics, gold, silver, and bronze, and you had a full set at World Championship, gold, silver, and bronze.
And he would have even performed in World Championship at, was it under 15, under 19
Yeah.
and stuff like that? He's been
The
there.
whole global thing from youth, juniors, everything, he has excelled. He's one of the most consistent athletes ever, you know. Because a lot of athletes who even the Michael Johnsons and so on, you didn't hear them at youth and juniors and all this kind of thing, you know what I mean? And what is instructive to note here, Andre, and I need to make this point because in discussion in the games, when Grenada came up and they thought of Anderson Peters and one person, and they were saying he honed his craft by pelting on mango trees. That was it. And a point was made about Grenada. Now, the point is that exactly when you see athletes, you look at two things. You look at how well, when you see young athletes, up and coming young athletes, you look at two things. You look at how well they are coached or if it is natural talent. Now, I'll break it down.
You've drifted on me. Hold on, Carl. You've drifted on me because I was
rein
trying
me
to
back in. Rein me back in.
Yeah, I'd really love to do that because I got your comments about Lyndon Victor. I got your comments on Kirani James, and I was going to ask you your comments on Anderson Peters and his performance because what he's done in terms of a repeat performance, as a matter of fact, back to back, has never been, well, it's been done only once before. He's the second person to do back-to-back goal at World Championships. And I was going to ask you to comment on him and his performance.
And the performance was one. The how confident he was. He was not blustered. He was just calm, cool, and collective. In terms of the record back-to-back, Zalesny
not record,
is the only...
The winning back-to-back, not record
No,
back-to-back.
back-to-back. The only other person who do that was Zalesny, which is, when you talk about javelin, that's one of the first names you will hear about. And Anderson Peters match him in every way back-to-back and showing over 90 meters. All throws. Only he and Zalesny did that in the history of javelin. So he's in elite company, you know. He's where you call the air is rare. This achievement is not just an achievement of back-to-back, but the performance tells you this guy is already among the greats. So when you're talking about javelin in years to come, and the guy is still a young guy, don't forget that. So when you're talking about bar injury, that guy he go etch his name forever in the history of javelin, as Kirani did in the 400. So the performance is not only about winning the goal, it's not about back-to-back, but the quality of the performance.
All right, Carl, here's what. We've only got 5 minutes left. I'm going to wrap it here, but tomorrow morning, I want to start by asking you a question, Carl, and I'm giving you a heads up in relation to that question. Can we look at what is taking place in Grenada in relation to athletics, both track and field, and realize whether or not we are a nation that can produce more than what we are producing right now?
Yes,
can we look at that tomorrow?
I would love to get into a discussion, but I just want to mention one thing before we go. This girl from Nigeria in the 110 high hurdles, unprecedented, you know.
We will do that tomorrow, God's will.
She broke the record in the semi-final. And without the win, she broke the record in the final. That doesn't happen. Within an hour time to break our record twice. It's amazing. You know. Anyway, we'll get into that tomorrow.
Take care of yourself, my brother. One love. It is real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www. We will continue that discussion tomorrow, God's will. It is now 6 minutes before the 9 o'clock hour. We've got news at the top of the hour, Thank you once again for viewing, and thank you so much for sharing. And if you did not share that, make sure you do now. If you have not already subscribed to the channel, ensure you do that now before you sign off. One love, God bless you, and take care.
You gotta be